Have no fear, have no fear. Bennett, who's not in it, is here. I would like to add on to everyone's good cheer that's by saying thank you to the brothers for providing a meal for us again this year. Now we have some brothers, elders who are loving and kind. You ask them to do anything, they say, sure, I do not mind. They are studious and quick to action. And one thing they do not fail to show, and that is compassion. They do not walk around angry and full of anger. And what is more, they don't act like some Midwestern gunslinger. But I affectionately call them our Magnificent Seven. But now we got to add one more because we have Brother Evans. So now that we do have 8, we can say we truly do appreciate. Now, I'm going to give this a go because we all know all about Nico. If you want to see what serving Jehovah is all about, you see him keeping Jehovah's house clean inside and out. He will visit you in the hospital, in your home, and bring encouraging cards to the hall. He will even stop what he's doing at East Point Mall. And I think you all realize the day his son was born, he was baptized. He is serving Jehovah with such an urgency. And he always yields to the other brother as a courtesy. Now, our next brother do not walk around like he's the boss. His first name is Jacob and last name is Moss. Now, I don't make distinction as a rule, but weren't we proud of him when he graduated from MTS school? And for years, you would give your talk and he would sit there and just look. Afterwards, he would counsel you lovingly out of the BE book. Now, he may say something funny every now and then, but jokes is what you want. You go sue his fraternal twin because he's a man with a plan. In a few days, he's going to be a married family man. Our next elder just stepped on the scene. His first name is Joe and last name is Green. Now, when he speaks, you can hear the bass in his voice when he speaks, but let me reassure you, he is humble and meek. So I don't give too much attention to resonance and diction. More importantly, what he has to say, because it is not fiction. You have a problem with your children, he can help you fix. Because he and his late wife, they raised 6. So they know when to be gentle and when to take a stand. And Jehovah also blessed them with 27 grand. Now, our next elder saying, just as tall in stature, you show love to him, he will give it right back at you. He is one of the lovingest brothers you've ever seen. His first name is Larry, and last name is Green. He's in the ministry in the fall, the winter, the spring, the summer. And what is more, he's a certified plumber. When it comes to work, he is not about talk. He has worked on projects from here all the way to New York. When he gives a part, he said, please. He tried to call in each and every hand. But he said, please, friends, please understand. Then at the end of the week, everybody tried to crowd into his van. But please, my dear brother, don't make too much of a demand. Don't forget he's Roxanne's man. Now, voice-wise is not deep. He may be a tenor. And sometimes he's in the ministry while his guest is at his house eating dinner. But our next man, brother, he comes from the motherland, as we all know. His last name is Johnson and first name is Joe. To his credit, he tried to enunciate every syllable because he wants you to know his message is critical. And he wants you to get the proper understanding. I am not standing up here grandstanding. We must not break not one of Jehovah's commands. If you're tired of studying, turn on video on demand. You remember the song, Don't Call the Doctor, Nurse is Worse? He worked for years, worked with the doctors, keeping you from an early hearse. He asked you, how do you feel? Next thing you know, he's giving you a pill. But you're under the weather, he can make you feel a little better. Now, I make that confession, that truly is his profession. And he is an elder who will not be deterrent. And he did an excellent job raising 2 sons as a single parent. Now, this next brother, I need to change my tone. Because he and I live in the exact same home. His name is Bennett, and he truly is in it. There's a man who worked 35 years and then he retired. We showed him at his retirement party that he was admired. When he saw the 230 friends there, who is paying for this catered affair? Famous things where the Lord does provide. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. And I'll say one thing about Tony without trepidation. Out of all the jobs he has enjoyed in the organization, do you know what is close to his heart? Hospital visitation. Because he's able to help friends with their medical situation. And sometimes he has to get up in the middle of the night without hesitation. And friends have told me if they had a choice, they could just lay there and listen to his tender voice. You see, he has a shepherd's tongue that calms their spirit down. A scripture, a prayer fortifies them to fight another round. Before you know, they're on their feet, ready to preach to everyone they meet. And when they see us on the street, they say, let's go get something to eat. And guess what? Is that true? This next elder, when you give a comment, you will know if you are right or you are wrong. His last name is Wilson and first name is Tom. He lets you know he is not just instructing. He is also conducting. And he wants you to know these words are not on exhibition. My dear friends, we have to know the real definition. And he will ask you, what is the meaning of the word it? 2 letters, you may try to skip. And some of you will just try to make it fit. Then a sister who seldom speaks raises her hand and gives a definition in Latin and Greek. For all intents and purposes, she is right. But then he asks, what does it look like? You see, he knows she has been a little frugal, and perhaps she just pressed the app and looked under Google. So then his eyes start to blinking. Then you know he is thinking. Well, the next person I call on say something meticulous, or will they take me so far that it is ridiculous? Will they be dramatic, emphatic, or will they be dogmatic? But he's not going to question it. He just want to make sure you can process it. No one in the audience does he want to slight. So all the people he calls on sister fight. What does it look like? It look like stress and strife. I've been dealing with it all my life. Been married to it for, thank you for that. Thank you for sharing that. Now let me see where we are at. Any new hands? Any old hands? Anyone want to give me a hand? Anyone want to lend me a hand? So you think you understand. And just when you think there's nothing else about it that you can learn, he wants to know what we can learn from it in practical terms. I guarantee you're going to learn something new. Because he gave a preview, an overview, an interview, Jehovah's view, a point of view, my view, your view. And he has just enough time for a review. Just enough time. Always blows my mind. But he just do not encourage you at the kingdom home. He will invite you to his house and say, are you ready for some football? No? Well, let's play a board game or some cards. Last but not least, this next elder's hard-working efforts never cease. And we are proud to say we see his responsibilities continue to increase. He is working hard yearly, monthly, weekly, nightly. He is known for his bow ties and his Nikes. He is a walking atlas. Who could that be than Brother Mathis? But let me tell you something about my son Phil. Don't you ever underestimate his skill. Because I'm going to show you in 60 seconds flat his responsibilities he fulfilled. Hello, sister. He would kneel. How do you feel? I'm so sorry you are ill. Did you get a chance to take your pill? Now we know we all have free will. He gives her a hug to break the chill. Now, brother, I'm still working on that skill. Don't forget I haven't till. Friends, you know it's wrong to steal. And it goes without saying you shouldn't kill. You know how we can muster up more zeal if we spend more time in the field. And then we know Jehovah is real. Now, brother, I will bring my grill. And I also will bring my drill. But please do not break the seal. Hey, brothers, what's the deal? Jake, can you give a talk in Owens Mill? Tom, can you give of here. And I'll give the one in Carterville to you, Brother Bennett. I will yield. Hey, friends, can we get together for a meal? Hey, waiter, I'll take that bill. You remember the song, Don't Mess with Bill?
Yeah.
That's just a teaser. Don't mess with Phil either. Our brother is all about persistence. And the way we can help them is not offering any resistance. But Jehovah has seen fit to give them assistance. And that's from a group of brothers who are very observant. And that could be none other than our ministerial servants. Now, the truth about them has not been told. But I'm going to tell you about them, not individually, but as a whole. They are the first at the meeting. Give us a loving greeting. They direct us to our seating. They're the one that do the reading. They adjust the heating. They follow the elders' leading. They help in all the feeding. And sometimes they have to take a beating. And while you're home sleeping, they still have not even begun eating. Humility is what they show. And I kind of think they don't have the authority to say yes or no. They say, I'll let you know. I don't know. Maybe so. Perhaps so. I'm not the board of control. I think it's time for us to go. You can tell that they spin themselves. They stretch themselves with elasticity. Or we can use another word, tenacity. Because they are serving Jehovah with such intensity. And Jehovah is observing them as the future elders if they have the propensity. But we have other brothers who are not elders and servants, but they are shepherds and older men and overseers. And they hold us sisters just as dear. Now I asked the sisters, give me 2 names that you would like for me to mention. They said, well, what about that brother who for years helped us get back and forth to the convention? His driving skills, he contributed. He's not loud and wild. He is very deliberate. But he don't have to be in a rush. He's the driver of the bus. So the morning of the convention, you race against the clock. And when you come on that Kingdom Hall lot, the only person you want to see is John. Because he has told you the bus won't leave the brink of God. But anything, please don't get that time wrong. Because you'll be singing a sad song. Brother Swine, praise God. And something else he will say, he's very deliberate. You might be asking about prices and tricks in the hall. If they're democratic, he's very emphatic. Now, I'm not going to deny, I do try. I asked him in the hall, he said, give me a call. What you have next, send me a text. Sometimes I ask him for a price, and he's not afraid to tell you twice. But you ask him a 3rd time, he would just smile and be quiet and walk away drinking his coffee and dump and dying. I'd be remiss if I didn't mention this. I'd be downright embarrassed if I forget the other brother whose name is Sterling Harris. Whether or not he ready to help us sisters know if and buts or maybe. He gives you a brotherly hug and say, hello little sister, hello young lady. But don't be fooled. Under his suit he has a belt of tools. Because he will fix anything and it really doesn't matter. Well, many a day he's climbed to fix the air and heat up on a ladder. Now I can go right down the line with all you brothers, right down the line, and with your family and responsibilities, I can do a rhyme. But I just don't have the time. So I'm gonna sum it up all your names, and I'm gonna start with the brother who have oversight of the light clean, whose name is James. Right down to the youngest, without question, who just sit there and look, whose name is Little Preston. You have helped us with our needs and our wants. And I'm starting with Sister Deshant, right down to the youngest female, who is the little sister of Gina and Janelle. You all know her. Her name is Chola. We thank you all for helping us to fight against this system, the flesh. as well as Satan, which is a triple threat. And we have, serving Jehovah, we have no regrets. As a sister here in the East, we want to thank all of you for providing us a very delicious feast. And we almost can see the finish line, because we see this system is running out of time. And we see that you brothers are in front of us, behind us, beside us, helping us to finish that last lap of this race. And you're making sure that we all keep a steady pace. And even if we do not make it through the great tribulation, we still have reason for jubilation. Because you see, we will then have the miracle of plan B. And even if we should go literally dead last in need of a resurrection, we will still grow with each other to perfection. And deeds like this, you will see everything, Jehovah counted it worthy. And he will let us live on his earth forever as a living trophy. Now, I'm not one who start commotion, but what you just heard is not rap or poetry in motion. Now, I know some of you insist I must be an orator or a lyricist, but do let me tell you, this is something that my great-great-grandmother used to do. So please be not deterred. All it is called is spoken word. And some of you may even find my speech absurd. But whether you did or if you didn't, my name is Bennett, and I am not in it.